Hey everybody, Minchuck here with another video from Disney Heroes Battle Mode. So today, I'm going to talk real quick about breakers. I know I was supposed to do a video yesterday, so don't worry. I'm still going to do one on the last bots, and I'm still going to have one on what you're going to want to do with the shops. But so for today, just going to talk real quick about breakers. So breakers are the way that you're going to be actually able to fight the boss battles. But what you really want to be looking at for breaker quests is the fact that once you get past 50, so 50 is where you can quick play up to 50, quick fight it where you don't have to do anything. But here it'll take more energy to quick fight, and otherwise it was just the same energy. And usually it's just because it's like the teams are much easier up until 50, and then they start to get much harder. So this is kind of annoying, but tip number one is if you're not a ton more powerful, so this is a 13 million fight and I'm only at 10, like I'm less than 10 million, you can beat this even without using a ton of your power-ups, but you cannot quick fight it. Do not quick fight, and when you fight it, don't go on auto when you're in these breaker fights, especially past 100 or past 200 even. And if you're getting into like the 400, 500, well, still, like, at that point, shouldn't. You're probably getting that part because you're not quick fighting it. Quick fighting it, one, it takes more energy, which doesn't really matter if you have a lot of energy, if you're hitting bots pretty consistently. But you're still going to want to be smart about it. So don't just do this because it's going to waste energy, especially since it's probably going to waste your time. I'm actually at 11.5 million. But even though I'm at a 2 million disadvantage, I'll still probably get out of here. Like, I probably won't clear it super easily because Scar is just gonna probably do quite a lot. But this is like without power-ups on a team that's 2 million power ahead of me. Actually, I might not actually be able to beat this one just because of Beast, which is that's just a factor, that Beast. So like, okay, so now I know. Like, I'm not, like, even without quick fighting it, I'm still not going to get very far. So once you get to that point, then you have to be figuring out which you are going to do. Are you going to take out wards, or are you going to take out take out power-ups? So I don't have to do wards yet. This one is probably just going to be a quick Hex. Hex is like the king of breaker fights. If you're ever stuck on a breaker fight, Hex is the first one to use because it stuns them, and then it makes it impossible for them to use their white ability. Scar's so the ones you need to be looking out for. Scar is extremely annoying in breaker fights. Meg is also very annoying, but really you want to notice that the ones that you're going to be the most worried about in breaker fights are going to be Duke Kaboom, because if you're at the point where he's going to get his abilities right away, Duke Kaboom destroys teams. He just shreds through because his ability just can hit the entire team over and over and over again. Same thing goes with Dash. Dash is extremely frustrating as if you're up when he's in a breaker quest, because his ability, same as Duke, he could go through and punches the entire team over and over and over again. Other characters that are very frustrating are Hades, because Hades can go invincible so many times. His red skill just makes it so that he gets more invincibility. And then Scar, who you just saw, Scar is very annoying. Beast is also extremely frustrating because he could be the only one left. And so those characters specifically, you're going to have to probably Hex them if you're stuck. And otherwise, like, buffs, always take out, if you're stuck on something, always take out the leftmost buff. That's either skill power or basic damage, or health. So it gives them 100% more health, 100% more basic damage, or 100% more skill power. The next thing to do is take out the far right buff, which is almost always something that makes your team weaker. Usually it's things like giving you less energy. This is a really common one. Your tanks take 100% more damage. If you're using Bo Peep is a very squishy tank. This one is very frustrating, so reducing attack speed by 50%. There's also a buff which reduces your reduces your healing. It can also reduce, there's also one that reduces your skill power by 50%, being immune to disables. And then the second one will always be reality, or it'll be armor. They also have ones that will give them shields, but your priority should always be the leftmost one first if you're stuck. And then if you're still stuck, then these right buffs, I will honestly say reality and armor probably is the least useful of the buffs of the wards to take out, because you can still get around them if you're able to do a good enough amount of damage. So those are just some tips about breaker quests. As always, if you have any more specific questions, if you have anything that you would like to see, I'll have more videos about what you do when you get to the really far advanced ones and you're low on energy, you're low on shop and everything. Tomorrow will be about the shop, since it'll be the last time the shop will be out for this set of Invasion. So with that, guys, I will see you in the next video.